I've washed the mould down and cut out the door handle. Did some panel beating on the actual door because it was definitely bent. But just clamping it in place, just getting a good feel for where it will sit. But I'm going to glue it on this time instead of screwing it on or bolting it on. I got an idea of how I can still fit the window, but I love how this works. Like, pump out a new panel, brand new door, washed off the boot mould. This is probably the best mould that I've made, I reckon. Alright, it's obviously a different technique to how I've done it last time, but it should hold. Hopefully I got enough glue. I think I do. Alright, we're back out in the shed, putting the boot mould back together and prepping it for some fiberglass. So I haven't made a part out of this one yet. All I've done is bolted it back together and put in some putty, whatever we're calling it, just in the spots that would be problematic. So obviously filled that in so it's a little bit more smooth so the gel coat can't get up under there. There's a few blemishes here where when you use sticky tape it obviously doesn't sit flat, and it made it a little bit complicated there, and a little bit broke out here. So because I'm not going to be making heaps of molds of this one, hopefully, I don't need to, like, I could, you know, put more bog or whatever in them spots and get it really perfect, but because it's probably only going to use once, twice maybe, I don't really need to go that far. So basically all I've done is fix them spots, put the tiniest bit of wax in here so that that is going to be as smooth as possible. Like I said, you'll still see that line, but it won't matter because I'll have a boot wing on it. So I'm going to repeat the same processes as before. I'm going to put wax down, then PVA. Again, it is basically a liquid plastic. So you put this down, let it dry, and this is a barrier between when we lay the fiberglass and this, so nothing sticks. That is almost done. It's sort of dried. It's dried enough that it's not running anymore, so just let that go off nice and hard, and then later on this afternoon I can do the gel coat. So we're getting there. Alright, so it's a few days later. I haven't done anything, as you might be able to tell. I'm sick. Whole family got sick. I've had a week off to spend time with the family and help out with our new baby Indy. But we all got sick, so we're feeling miserable and sorry for ourselves. All I got up to was the gel coat on this, and I really can't be bothered doing this, but I've got to keep the work going. So I'm going to slap down the mat and the resin and get this part done so we keep going with the car that's right behind you and get it rebuilt for next year. So let's go. Alright, so I assume you probably know the deal now. Resin, catalyst, I'm doing 2%. Mix it up, one little pot at a time. Okay, so it's the next day. We are on the home stretch. I could demold this. I'm excited to finally be finished this, but I'm going to put some bracing in it because this is no thicker really than the shitty one that I did. And although it will fit better, it will still be as flimsy. And the wind got under that and pulled it up and basically ruined it. So I'm going to cut some strips of this core material. I forget what it's called, but it's for this exact purpose. And I'm going to do some sort of pattern in here to give it some rigidity. Voila! Something like that. That should stop it bending and moving. So I'll glass them in. Alright, so done a little bit of it, as you can see. Just mixing up another pot, and we'll do this bottom bit, and then it's done. Well, I didn't film any of it, but that is the end result. So that'll dry off over the next couple of hours. I'll still probably leave it till tomorrow night, and then we will demold it. Hopefully that will stop it flexing both ways and give it some good strength, and then start pulling this apart and put it back together with all new panels. Alright, it's not the next day. It's the same day, but it's dried enough. So I want to pull it off now because I'm really excited to see how it went. Here it is. Looks really good. It's all nice and dried. Really happy with that. So let's pull it apart. Battery died. I think you missed most of it, but the back section came off perfectly. I'm just about to reveal the bottom. I think it worked out well, so let me put the camera down and I'll turn it around, but I think we're all good. Two spots that have a bit of a defect. The gel coat broke out here, so that's easy to fix, just a bit of bulb. The second part, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the camera, but it's sort of sunk away here for some reason. I have no idea why it's done that. Like, absolutely no idea. It's really thick, so that's strange. But it doesn't matter because this... Oh, and you can see the line where the two join. I could easily sand that out. But when I put on the little spoiler, it covers it as I planned. So that is pretty much perfect, especially, as I keep saying, for someone that has no idea. Well, I suppose I have a little bit of an idea, not much of an idea of what I'm doing, but I'm pretty happy with that. So yay. And just like that, it is finished. I didn't film cutting it out, but it's in, it's done. Well, it's not done because I have to put pins and stuff to hold it in, but I'm so stoked with that. That just fits mint. It is absolutely perfect, super light. I've got them bits in there that give it a little bit of extra strength, and I also made these fender flare canards or whatever you call them. I have some molds of these that I made years ago, so they sit something like that. I've been meaning to make some and put them on the car for ages, but never got around to it, so I popped them out. I fixed a little hole that was in here. So I think I'm done with the fiberglassing or making the parts now. I've got to start bolting all the new stuff on. So that'll probably close out the DIY fiberglass mold making, bonnet building, you know, whatever it was. I don't know. It was kind of hard to get all the footage, but I tried my best. Like I said, it's kind of a DIY. It is and it isn't, but you get the general idea of a lot of it, how to do it. So I hope you enjoy the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one where we start putting this all together.